So Austin with an early penalty. Marianne had some good moments in that third quarter. Wilkinson still on the court for the Fever. Out hunting, Rudy Ellis. It has not been smooth to get to post off their centre pass.
It's now a warning.
So a warning. So I'm coming to you, Bianca, on that.
Interesting. Listening into the Vixens at their three-quarter time huddle, Jo Weston asked if she was on a warning or not yet. So she knew she must have been closed. Now she's copped the warning. She's got to really now back off.
Yeah,
she's still got to contest, but they need her on the court if they're going to win this.
Well, don't get me wrong. She's been brilliant, Kath, but she's caught the eye of the umpire now.
Yeah, she has, and this will change her game. It's got to change her game. I don't know that Jo Weston necessarily deserved that. I don't think she's being deliberately dirty. I think she's really just put her body on the line in every single challenge.
The 5-goal lead to the Vixens. The Fever with some work to do. The Melbourne Vixens have had their hands in everything today. Olivia Wilkinson gets her first goal on grand final day for the Fever.
Yeah, well, that is classic Hannah Mundy, though, isn't it? She put her head down. She wanted to get there. She got herself there, pulled the penalty.
Oh, gee. And then the vision, Catherine Cox.
Well, the only thing not on the stat sheet for Jo Weston in this three quarters was an assist. Boom, there it is.
The team love it. Look at Simone McKinnon. She was just shaking her head. Could not believe she let it rip.
Well, there's another one. It was on even earlier for the West Coast Fever. Their vision was down, though. And that's probably just a sign of the difference in confidence between the two sides at the moment. There's our Nissan coach camp. Dan Ryan under some pressure here. Mundy working with Garvin. Good hold. Like a holding shooter in that moment, Austin.
Yeah, and a great mix-up too. So whilst they're winning and they're up the three quarters, they're still keeping their opponents guessing here. That is smart work from the Melbourne Vixens.
Anstis working through with Teague Neal. Fallon Emmart. Different territory, and that's a different pass. So you just saw then the face of Dan Ryan. And that's a side starting to show some cracks, Kath.
Yeah, and he's not often been in this position, nor is the team. We mentioned that in the opening quarter. How would they respond? The ball thrown away.
Here, Austin not even looking at Mundy.
Well, the Fever maybe with a get-out-of-jail moment as Kira Austin contests that one. Tempo wanting to get moving. You could see Jordan Kransberg there said, let's go. Well, from a brain fade to a goal for Fallon Emmart. It was their centre pass, so they've had to work hard for it, the Fever. Meantime, the Vixens' depth and a three-ball play to post.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
And gaining confidence too, because that ball in the first quarter wouldn't have gone in. They would have played it around a little more.
Dehaney in the back of play coming on for the Fever into the rolling sub-box. Wilkinson. Teague Neal having to work really hard to find some space.
What I'm really intrigued about is what happens when we get to 5 minutes, when we get to the power time.
Dehaney on. Rudy Ellis pleading to the umpire. Umpire says play on, and then...
That is unbelievable. But Alice, the good thing is she turned her attention straight away to where the ball was. She could have wasted a lot of time then trying to plead to the umpire.
17 to 15 on the turnovers. Some big and intriguing moments in this game, but Rudy Ellis, as she did last week, is stepping up as the backbone here for the Melbourne Vixens. Two enormous tasks in her finals campaign.
This season, this final quarter has not been a friend to the Melbourne Vixens. I think they put that to bed last week when they came from 10 behind to beat the Swifts.
We said that enough in commentary, didn't they?
Yeah.
It proved us wrong quickly.
Don't look like slowing up here or losing any sort of control.
6-goal lead to the Vixens, the biggest of the game. A chance now to push to 7. They've put some real doubt into the Fever here. If Austin can drop this, not to be the rebound with Dehaney. And gee, if ever there was a moment for the Fever here, it's right now. Must convert.
Yeah, it was the first miss for Kira Austin in regular time. Great time for Dehaney to be on. Clean that rebound up.
Here's this defensive setup. Blocking the middle channel. Wilkinson does well to break through.
Well, Eddie trying to get a sneaky hand in. Not, says the umpire. Teague Neal sets the penalty. Wilkinson wants to go again. Their hands are in everything, the Vixens. Lines up, much needed. Too much on it though, but Fowler Nemart, easy rebound. Let's go straight down to Kelsey Brown.
Well, we can hear the crowd getting involved, but I want to talk about the body language of both the benches. Very different looking sides at the moment. The Fever all standing on their feet. They are looking a little bit anxious. The Vixens, they look calm, composed. Simone McInnes has her legs crossed.
Simone McInnes has her legs crossed. Well, maybe they just came uncrossed. The scoreline now back to 4. Fever with a couple. 9 on the clock. So much to play out in this grand final, but it's been one of the better ones, hasn't it? Maloney, Mundy off the circle edge now with Austin. 2-on-1 with Garvin in the circle. Held ball, no, short pass the call cap.
Yeah, short pass it is. And the West Coast Fever straight onto it too.
The take, can't take from Ariane. She looks to the umpire, but Kira Austin cleanly got the hands in. And the West Coast Fever have had their moment spoiled by a masterclass of defence from Kira Austin. So contact from Dehaney. And a chance for the Fever about to be blown by none other than this lady, Kira Austin.
Look at the Harvey Norman replay here as Kira Austin just suffocating the transition of Fever into attack.
But she knows too that
Fever huddle.
But Dan Ryan had something very special to say. He said, this is the moment that you need to enjoy pressure. You need to have the mindset that you love it. And isn't this what we play for?
So we go in to the final 8 minutes. Is that the last time Simone McInnes addresses her charges? 5 the difference. The offload from Wilkinson to Fowler Nemard brings it back to 4. Listen, Coach Cam on the lady. It's been all about her for a few weeks, hasn't it? Anstis, the stumble behind play. Great battle between her and Mundy unfolding. Out wide, good width by the Vixens. They're opening up their vision.
every ball now in this attack line is so incredibly calculated. The timing on the movement has been pinpoint. They have grown right throughout this contest and don't look like coughing it up at all.
Contact the call on Maloney. Had the pickle juice in that huddle, Cat. Wilkinson, again, really slow to release. Giving the defenders a chance to come around and hunt the ball.
Another penalty against Joe Weston. She's sitting at 19 now.
I don't think she'll care, Bianca. So the scoreline just tickling along at that 4-goal margin. And the Vixens here just need to play patient netball, don't they? Keep scoreboard pressure, centre pass conversion, ticking along. Falcon, well, the first pick-up ball to the Fever in some time. Straight off the face of Kira Austin. So back to 3 and a centre pass to follow. And a moment for the Fever to apply some pressure on the Vixens here.
Wilkinson happy just to stay up high and help work the ball down the court. I'd love to see her actually drive down, create a bit more space and then come back at it.
Massive take in the air from Fowler Nemard like her life depended on it. Back to 2. Vixen centre pass. There's your last 10. 3 to Fever. Maloney working with Garvin on the lead. There you go. The ball well into Dehaney. Contact is the call.
You just get the feeling Vixens are trying to protect their lead here. They need to attack it because Fever are coming home strong.
Oh, the ebbs and flows of the grand final. Confident goal taken quickly from Garvin. Been brilliant, hasn't she? 33 from 36 at 92%. Wilkinson, the hustle. Weston, man in front, so to speak. But the ball came off her hand. Fever. Wilkinson again. Looking around. Just 21 years of age. Vision over the top from Teague Neal. Wilkinson finds the space out wide.
Well, having to completely mix it up now, aren't they? We saw Fallon Emmard out doing the ball work, and it was Wilkinson to the post.
11-8 this quarter from the Fever. Haven't won a quarter yet, though. Austin, good space into the pocket for Mundy. Quick offload from the chest. So, the last single goal in the 10-minute period now sets the siren for the Power Five. 3 the difference. The Vixens, they've attacked the post in the super shot period. Fallon Emmard had her arm tangled by Rudy Ellis. Austin, surely, girls, she attacks the post here.
Oh, look, there's no reason she shouldn't. She's sitting...
Oh, Dehaney, that was huge. Went for the feed.
Well, a big moment for the Fever. The players from the Vixens were looking at the umpire. They wanted obstruction. It wasn't to be. What a transitional moment. This is for a grand final. Fallon Emmard. She has had to step up and take some big balls in the last few minutes. The Fever here to bring the score back to 1, girls, and a centre pass to follow.
Are going to be to the Melbourne Vixens. 5 of their wins, the last 5 wins, been decided by 3 goals or less. They've been in these moments. They've got the wins. They know how to do it.
So the West Coast Fever made a moment against the Vixens, and then Rudy Ellis makes a moment against Fallon Emmard. Not enough on that pass, and a chance to level up has just been stolen. The Melbourne Vixens, well, this could be the moment of the game. Kira Austin lines up for a super shot to punish. It doesn't land, but it'll go to the Fever. They get out of jail. Through the court, Anstis. There's your Harvey Norman replay. Under pressure, nowhere to go. They find Ariane toying with the clock. Oh, gee, you can feel the pressure through this court, girls.
Anstis calling for players.
Weston.
Can't follow Joe Weston.
Front position, drove for the ball.
Well, the Melbourne Vixens fans just got on their feet then. They can sense something here. The West Coast Fever have spawned 2 opportunities under the pressure of the Vixens. Austin. Again, the pocket as Dehaney goes looking. Contact the call.
West Coast Fever don't need to put themselves under pressure with a 2. I think if it happens organically, absolutely take it. If you're Kira Austin particularly.
Well, they hold the 2-goal lead, folks. Not for the faint-hearted. We get back into it. Kate Maloney with the ball. And the Vixens just need to score the single here and put the pressure on the Fever. Maloney back to Weston. The Fever up in everything. Garvin has to find Mundy in the back space. Patience. Great movement with the ball. Kira Austin opens up.
Kira Austin looks like she's got all the time in the world. She took a hit on the arm on that shot. She'll get another go at it. But so calm. And if I was at attack line looking at her, I would feel nothing but relaxed.
Well, all the pressure, Catherine, now goes on the West Coast Fever. A 3-goal buffer with 2 minutes to play. Anstis forced backwards. Bransburg up the middle. Look, they cannot get across this transverse line. Teague Neal. Wilkinson. To Fallon Emmard. They've got to find a way to go 2 here, the Fever. It's through Fallon Emmard to execute, and it bounces out. Hold on. The umpire has called a penalty under the post. So it was an a contact on Rudy Ellis. They'll have to go again here, the Fever. Fallon Emmard again. Couldn't do the first. Can she do the second? It's another offensive contact. Can you believe it? Oh, gee, a third look at it for Fallon Emmard. And it eventually drops. What an epic moment in a grand final that was. Won the difference. Oh, the desperation. Every single player leaving nothing on the court. 40 seconds. The Vixens last week, they played this ball around. They did it for over a minute. It is theirs to lose. Austin, the Fever, hunting. 26 seconds. They can taste it, the Vixens. Back to Western. Maloney, the experienced trio with Austin. 17 seconds. Again, back to the line. Oh, gee, the fans can feel it, folks. They can feel it. The Melbourne Vixens, they're going to hold on. Sherelle McMahon knows it. 5 seconds, they go long. And the underdogs have become unstoppable as the Melbourne Vixens go for champions 2025. And was that not one of the great captains?